Hello Aries, welcome to your reading for January 2024 and Happy New Year. This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Please make sure you check all your placements to get a clear picture of what's going on for you at this time. As always, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate for all of you. Please take the bits that do resonate and leave the rest behind for somebody else. I am primarily a love reader. That's what I'm going to focus on. If anything else pops up, I will address it, of course. I'm going to be freestyling your tarot spread, starting off with some oracle cards. Towards the end of the reading, I will roll some dice to get initials and sun signs and angel numbers for you. So make sure you stick around for that. All right, impossible deck to shuffle. Now, just a little disclaimer. It's really foggy outside and there's no sun. So if there's low lighting in the video, I apologize. And I also apologize for my voice. I've been nursing a cold for a week now. It's refusing to go away. All right, let's see what we have for you. We have Jupiter. Beautiful. I'm so glad we got this. I haven't got this card even once, and it's a brand new deck for me, but you're the first sign to have gotten this. I will explain in just a minute. And we have rotation. Who got this before you? I think it was Cancer. Yeah, it was Cancer. So if you have heavy Cancer placements or dealing with a Cancer, I would recommend you go watch that reading. All right, now Jupiter is the planet of luck, expansion, optimism, enthusiasm, joy, right? It's the largest planet in our solar system and it blesses us with abundance. It could be an abundance of anything, right? Jupiter can also bless us abundantly when it comes to overeating and being overweight, right? Over gambling, overspending. But it can also bless us with the good stuff, which is more money, right? More energy. So now is the time for you to evaluate what success means to you. Where do you want bigness in your life, right? That is where I would recommend you put your power of manifestation to. Jupiter has been retrograding in Taurus for quite a while, and it's going to be moving direct on the 1st of January. And that's going to be a huge blessing for wherever Taurus is in your birth chart. If you don't have access to your birth chart, see wherever you have been unlucky. Whichever sector of life you have been unlucky in, the luck is going to start rolling back in. Now, when it comes to rotation, this is almost like the Wheel of Fortune, right? This is the energy of something going round and round in circles. And again, there's a duality to this as well, as it is with Jupiter. Things going round and round can represent routine, right? Which is great for us as human beings because we are creatures of habit, right? But sometimes the round and round can represent patterns, right? Negative patterns. If you've been doing something over and over again and not seeing the results that you had hoped for, it's time to spin the wheel in a different direction. Try something new, try something creative, right? We will see how this relates to your tarot, but I feel like if, again, with rotation, if you feel like a hamster on a wheel and you're seeing no results, it's probably because Jupiter was blocking those blessings. Right? Now that it's almost like a dam being opened after years, that's what Jupiter going direct is going to feel like. Okay, and since I am a love reader, this could very well relate to love. If you've been feeling blocked in matters of the heart, and you feel like you've been banging your head against a wall, whether it's a difficult partner, whether it's a separation, whether it's healing from a heartbreak, or dating, right? Trying to find someone new to connect with. If you've just been going around in circles with no result, that's going to change now. I'm using two decks, and this is called the Tarot of the Light and the Shadow. I just had a bizarre moment. Anyway, this is the Tarot of the Light and the Shadow. I'm going to start off with the Shadow deck just to see what it is that we must leave behind, right, in 2023. And I'm going to use the Light deck to see what we can embrace in the new year. We have the Two of Swords. Now, the Two of Swords in Shadow can talk about argument for argument's sake, right? The Two of Swords in the Light can just talk about confusion. It can just talk about two truths crossing each other and you ending up in a stalemate energy. Here, I feel like the two truths are at war with each other. One truth is yours, and the other truth could be the other person's. It's debate with. It's not a healthy debate. Let's put it like that. And I have the Seven of Wands at the bottom of the deck. If there has been conflict in your connections, that is something that you need to put to bed. You being cardinal fire, and whatever I say, take it with a pinch of salt. I am speaking from experience. I'm an Aries rising, so I'm not attacking you. As cardinal fire, our tempers can be very short, right? We can overreact to situations. So it's time to keep that under the belt just a little bit. Exactly, we have temperance. I feel like that there's been a very low patience here, and sometimes people are just ridiculous, and you cannot be patient with them no matter what you do. But here, I feel like bringing forward your most compassionate and empathetic self is going to help open more doors than you realize, right? There's a stubbornness that you may have been experiencing from the other side, and the only thing you can do here is let go of expectations, because not everyone functions the same way that we do. The Lovers in shadow is the first time this has shown up. Love as a whole, I feel it's almost like it's a gray cloud over your head. And 2023 has been a year of heartbreak and pain and loss. Whether I look at my personal life, or I look at clients, or I look at the comments that I get here, it has been pretty difficult. Love has almost taken a backseat. But again, that was last year, right? With the Lovers, it's also possible that there were external influences affecting your connections. The Lovers originally in the tarot was called the Choice. So it's possible that choices that were made didn't benefit you in any way. The Ace of Swords. In the shadow, this talks about lies, dishonesty, betrayal. The two swords, the two Aces of Swords that were crossing each other in the Two of Swords. We have one of those swords right here, and the Five of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. I feel like you felt really lonely, Aries. There was a loneliness in your truth. It's almost like a few of you may have been telling yourselves that you feel crazy, that no one understands you. Again, banging your head against a wall. Some of you may have questioned your judgments. I'm here to tell you that you shouldn't. I feel that sometimes, depending on how the planets are aligning and how that relates to your birth chart, sometimes the energy is just not conducive to the health of a relationship. It has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with the other person. It's just the energy, right? If there has been any negative self-reflection, though it's always great to self-reflect and see where you could be going wrong, but if that's becoming a habit where you're blaming yourself constantly for things that may have been going wrong in your connections, you need to stop doing that. Because we're mirrors, right? The way you see yourself is how other people are going to perceive you. So whatever your truth is, hold on to it with utmost clarity. Never apologize for it. It could be the simplest thing. It could be the most ridiculous thing, right? You don't like people who chew with their mouths open, and you feel very strongly about it. Hold on to it. Never compromise, right? I mean, I don't want to say never compromise, because relationships are about compromise. But if you feel very strongly about something, and you have for years, you don't want to change that just for one person. We have the Page of Swords with Temperance. I'm going to get one more here. And the Queen of Cups. Aries, I feel like if you have been comparing yourself, your love life, to other people's, the Ten of Cups in shadow, whether it's on social media or it's friends or whatever, right? You need to stop doing that. The Page of Swords is, well, technically the card of the spy. And the Queen of Cups is not really your energy. I mean, unless you have a ton of water in your chart. The Queen of Cups is water. So I feel that you may be comparing yourself to others, and that could be bringing you down just a little bit, right? Now is the perfect time to unfollow accounts that make you feel less than. And I did that recently. I had some 2,000 on my personal account, not my business account. I had some 2,000 followers. I unfollowed most of them and blocked most of them and brought it down just to 200. And my life has changed. No joke. Because, we mindlessly scroll sometimes and you don't want to see something that makes you upset for the rest of the day. So removing people who only focus on a few seconds of happiness, a few seconds of success on their Instagram feed or their Facebook feed, whatever, makes you feel bad about your own life, they need to be unfollowed. Not everyone airs their dirty laundry in public, right? You're just seeing a few seconds of joy. You don't know what else is going on in their life. The Eight of Pentacles. With the Lovers. I feel like a lot of you, being cardinal fire, may have been doing most of the work in your connections. And that doesn't surprise me. Because you're leaders, right? You take charge. You're very Yang, Mars energy, regardless of gender. If the scales have been unbalanced in your connections, where you are doing most of the work, that needs to stop. I feel like you need to start embracing a little more of the yin within you, the yin of receiving. Bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Pentacles with the Ace of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. Wow, with the Ace of Wands. My goodness, I wish this was in the light deck. But I feel like there were a lot of empty promises, a lot of false starts in your connections, where you felt that, my goodness, this looks too good to be true. And then the minute you start adjusting into that reality, it really was too good to be true, right? The King and the Queen of Pentacles is a beautiful match. The Ace of Pentacles is a proposal. The Ace of Wands is passion. But I feel like it all fizzled out before it could even get going. Whatever disappointment you have felt in your connections, whatever they may have been, it's time to put them to bed, because if you keep orchestrating your life from those disappointments, you will just experience more, right? All right, let's look at the light. Let's move forward. The Eight of Wands. Communication, travel. If you've been feeling blocked when it comes to traveling, that's going to lift. Because again, Jupiter is going direct and Jupiter rules Sagittarius. Sagittarius is the sign of travel, of exploration and adventure. And again, if communication has been blocked, that's going to shift as well, because not only is Jupiter going direct, Mercury is going direct on the same day, right? In Sagittarius. I've been talking about Sagittarius a lot today. So with Jupiter and Mercury both moving direct, a lot of these blocks are going to lift. And this could be communication coming in from someone you've been waiting on, right? The King of Swords. I feel like because you are fire primarily, Aries, we are fire, I should put it like that. Sometimes logic can take a backseat, right? And whenever logic enters a conversation with a loved one, it's possible that we take it the wrong way for some of us. I feel that there's someone here that you are dealing with who may come out colder than you had anticipated. Whatever this communication is, it may be a little more cutting than you had hoped for. But with the Three of Wands, I feel like it's taken this person a whole lot of courage to approach the situation. And there's almost a fear surrounding this King of Swords. It's almost a defense. It's a defense mechanism. I'm going to get one more card with this. The Nine of Swords. Yeah. What is that saying? Never poke a sleeping bear or a wounded bear. I don't know, whatever. I feel like there's been significant wounding here. Not just for you, but for the other person as well. So they're almost approaching you wearing an armor because they're not sure how you're going to react. And they've been stuck in their head as you have been. I can tell with the Nine of Swords. These blockages may have been going on for a very long time. We had a lot of planets in retrograde in 2023, including Venus. And that could put a wrench in the works. And again, with rotation, I'm also getting that maybe you've done this dance before. Maybe this round and round, the blocking, unblocking, talking, not talking, has been going on for a while with this person. So it's almost like they are training themselves to leave warmth at the door and approach the situation with logic so that you can almost reach a solution to the problem. Because this does seem like a problem. Four of Swords. Healing is due. And I feel like you both realize it. And I feel like the relationship as a whole, the identity of your relationship realizes that healing is due in this connection. Seven of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. A lot has been invested here to just throw it away. And this realization is coming on both fronts. The King of Cups, how beautiful. I absolutely love this. That coldness that the King of Swords was bringing to the table, after just a little bit, it's going to thaw. It's going to thaw into that empathy and compassion that we were missing out on earlier. Whatever fear and anxiety this person is going to approach you with, I feel like it's going to dissolve into the love that they've always felt. There's a lot buried here. There's a lot of feeling and emotion buried here. Because I feel like a lot has happened in the past. There's almost this unsurety about how to approach. The Six of Wands, beautiful. Success wants to be seen and had in this connection. And I feel like this person may have had trouble here with the Queen of Cups in shadow, may have had trouble truly seeing you for who you are, Aries. They may have turned a blind eye to your big heart, turned a blind eye to your talents, your skills, your empathy. But that's changing, that's turning around because they're vibrating on a similar frequency to yours. Oh, something had flipped over. Didn't even realize. The Five of Cups wanted to show itself. I'm going to get one more here. The Hermit. Bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Wands with the Three of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. Some of you have been really burnt in this situation. And I feel like you're finding it very difficult to get out of this hermit mode that you may have put yourselves into. The fact that the Eight of Wands is here now is telling me that it probably wasn't there earlier. That communication wasn't there earlier. And I'm almost getting the Nine of Pentacles energy that you got very used to being by yourself. Right? But sometimes we can make ourselves very comfortable in our own discomfort. I'm not saying being alone is uncomfortable. It shouldn't be. You should love your own company. But I feel like you haven't been with the Five of Cups. There's been a sadness, that grey cloud that's been following you around. And I feel like you're just waiting for the other shoe to drop. And that defense, that armor that your person was wearing, I feel like you've had it on for a very long time. I'm just a random person on YouTube reading cards. You don't have to take my advice. But a little bit of vulnerability goes a very long way. Just for a minute. Just to hear this person out, to see what they have to say. And I wouldn't blame you if you shut this down. If you've been doing this forever and it's been going round and round in circles, I don't blame you if you're worried that history is just going to repeat itself. but I see effort being put in, where earlier it wasn't being, where you were the only one doing the work. Now I see effort being put in. I don't know if it's too late. It might be for some of you. But that's your decision to make, right? Get out of hermit mode regardless. The Three of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck is telling me that if not romance, but spend time with your friends, right? Start the new year, maybe not with a bang, but start the new year with joyous people around you. That energy is infectious. All right, let's get some dice. I have left no space for myself here. All right, we have Neptune. Neptune went direct, I think end of November, if I'm not wrong, or maybe, no, first week of December, Neptune went direct. And a lot of illusions were lifted. With Neptune, it's also prudent to pay attention to your subconscious mind and your dreams. Keep a dream journal, right? Sometimes when our conscious minds are struggling, especially with the Ace of Swords in shadow, where we're not sure what our truth is, our subconscious mind is working overtime to compensate, right? So even if you wake up in the middle of the night or you wake up remembering a dream, quickly write it down. I send myself a voice note. It's much faster because you're going to forget that dream within 5 minutes of being awake. So maybe a few of the answers that you're looking for are within those dreams, right? Then we have Leo. You could be dealing with a Leo. You could have Leo heavily in your chart. Doesn't have to be. But Leo rules the 5th house. This is exactly what I said with the Three of Pentacles. This is dating, romance, yes. But it's also creativity, joy, fun, hanging out with friends, creating a piece of art, listening to music, dancing, gardening, right? Leo also rules the heart. Maybe your heart chakra is blocked. Maybe that's what needs work. Because once your heart chakra opens, that's when you can invite better energies in. And then we have the number 5. I was just talking about the 5th house. But if you have been seeing 555 a lot, it talks about change and something new coming in. And that's a relief because at least you're not going to be rotating all over again. This is that shift that we need. Consciously make this shift, Aries. Whatever that means for you. It could be a redundant job. It could be a redundant exercise routine. It could be redundant dating, right? I don't believe in New Year's resolutions, but because time is not linear. But again, it's technically a holiday celebrated by the entire world. Use it to your advantage. Use it to change something up in your routine and stick to it. All right, as for your letters, we have the letters H, R, F, T, H again, triple H, wow, okay, crazy, and the letter S. These could be your initials, they could be the initials of the person you're dealing with, doesn't have to be, just a special mention for those of you who've seen your initials here today. All right, Aries, that was it. I hope this helped. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.